Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody asked me how to make something like this for a couple friend of theirs that's evidently got married or got a new house, or she's still, or they. I'm going to quit using gender because I always forget who wrote me an email. But anyway, I found a AKA Freevolio font or something at Times New Roman to kind of, you could look forever and find a and sign like that, but this is pretty cool. And also, I'm going to be able to use it. Um, well, that's weird that that is totally different. Um, it must be. Whoop, I don't know how I got two different fonts because this one's definitely different. I'm thinking I'm going to use this one. It's the same font. That's a little bit weird, but that's fine. And we're also going to maybe use this curlicue for the top of this. So what you're going to want to do, you got to have it joined together. So immediately we're going to take all three of them and convert them to curves. So now they're not any longer a font. And we're going to stretch out this and sign. We're going to make a duplicate of it because we might use it up here for the frill. So let's just do that. Let's turn this thing 90 degrees. Left click, right click so you can just kind of see it. And I'm going to take my 2-point line and I'm going to draw a line right there. Then I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool and I'm going to fill in that. So I made a whole new frilly thing. A whole new squiggle basically. And this could possibly work for your door hanger. Let's take all this and left click, no fill. Right click. I normally do red, but we're going to leave it like that. Control D and mirror that one the other way and just kind of move it over. Now you'd want them equal. So let's do this. Control D, mirror it, and then hold down the control button as you're moving it. Because you would want them equal if they're going to be used for a door hanger. Now that puts all three letters together. Not real strong, but if we go too much here, we're going to take, well, they did it there. So let's select those two and just move it down just a little bit because that'll make it stronger. As long as we're inside the and sign, we're good. And we are. Now, just for grins, let's keep one of those, Control D, and make a duplicate of it. We might use it at the bottom. Let's just see how that looks when we weld it. That looks pretty good. I'd play around with that, maybe make the Y or the top of the J thicker. Now we need to do the same thing on the bottom. And since that one's going this way, we're going to make this one go this way. And we're going to bring this up. But we got to remember we have to write inside here, and we're still going to make that work. So what I would do, we could make the Y a little, or this, our curlicue a little bit thicker. We want to be able to catch that J again. Control D and make a duplicate. Mirror it. Hold down the control button. Now on this side, we don't have that part of the E to catch. Well, let's just see what it looks like. That really doesn't look half bad. A little bit hard to read, but you can play around with it. And she's not going to use this one. And then what I would do is take the easiest thing to do would be to probably just take a rectangle kind of touching all your corners. And then copy that, Control D, and holding down the Shift button, come in from that corner. Well, that's not working. There we go. That still didn't work because it's not equal. But we're just going to expand these out. Now let's see what happens if we weld all this together. And we'll probably have to go back. And that worked. So now let's write in. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do that. Here's a good trick. Take that inside triangle or the inside rectangle, Control D, and let's move it. Let's delete it. We need to change our nudge distance to, see how big this thing is, 15 inches. Let's make it 16 inches. We're going to Control D, that inside box, and move it out of the way. Now let's take this whole thing and weld it. Now let's nudge this box back up. See, I messed up. I must have hit the wrong key. But that doesn't matter. Now we're going to nudge that down. Now let's write in 2019. Because I'm sure they're not going to use 2000. I think it had 2006. Well, we need established. And you'd want to pick your font for this. I'm going to go with Times New Roman again. And to find it really easy, you just type it, you start typing. And you get Times New Roman. I'm going to make it bold to give a little bit of meat to the wood. And then I'm going to left click, right click in black. I normally do red. We're going to make it a little bit smaller. Grab these two and press C for center. We need to keep that box size, but we don't need to keep. And we just want to go on the outside of that box. Just a hair. And for the video, I'm going to call this good enough. It's a little bit too much. But now let's see what happens when we weld this. And it might not work if we didn't convert them to curves. So let's take our font and convert it to curves. Weld it. Let's try back minus front. There we go. And now if we would have nudged it instead of moved it, we could have put this right back up. It's so much easier to nudge stuff out of the way. And for the video, I'm not going to take the time to make it perfectly centered. Now what you definitely want to do is make your Smart Fill tool. We won't want an outline. We don't want any outline. We want it in black. And now we're going to take our new Smart Fill and left click, right click, and make sure it's in a hairline. And that would cut out without any problem. Everything you saw in black is going to be wood. Let's zoom in here. And I'm not saying this is perfect, but it would be a nice gift, and it would be a good door hanger. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit, and thank you for watching.